Welcome back to GVTV. This is our last week of hybrid learning.
We hope you're all enjoying this asynchronous day. Since we're going back in person, we wanted to let everyone know the schedule for next week.
Starting next Monday, we'll have an 8-period day.
Tuesdays and Thursdays will be A days, and Wednesdays and Fridays will be B days.
Next week will be Inclusion Week. There's still time to sign up with the link in the description. Rock designs are due next Monday, and Sidewalk Chalk will be on Saturday.
GVTV will be participating, so see if you can spot our chalk design.
Now to Jessie for a second episode of Fashion Watch, where she dives into labels that come with the clothing we wear.
My name is Maya Epstein, Maya space Epstein.
My name is Megan, spelled Megan.
My name is Ollie. It is spelled Oli.
My name is Oriana. You spell it Orianna.
Hi, I'm Alex. I'm bad at interviews.
I would say,
Well, I used to call it dark academia, which just sounds terribly pretentious. So I think I don't know, I do dress pretty quote unquote academically. I really like pleats and high-waisted trousers and cuffed pants. So I guess that would be how I assigned it.
So I love vampires. I love, the Lost Boys, Fright Night, like those 80s vampire movies.
I would say it's mainly a mix of, it's like cottagecore meets dark academia, I would say, with a little vintage thing. I don't know. I know that's like 3 labels, but
I think it would be like 90s grunge. I feel like I do a lot of that kind of vibe.
Essentially, you've got all the different genres of fashion. Like you've got like goth and alternative and punk and like kawaii and like harajuku or whatever. And I'm like, I like all of these, so I'm just not gonna choose and put them all in a blender and see what happens.
I do feel like this is a tricky question. I do feel like people perceive me based on what kind of clothes I wear, and because I wear a lot of different stuff. Like I think I do get treated differently based on that.
That is also a good question. I don't know. I know that according to my sister, a lot of her friends only know of me from my purple pants that I used to wear to school all the time. I think that probably people perceive my fashion to be eclectic. It's not quite what would fit into a box or a certain aesthetic, which is okay. But because it's not cohesive, I think sometimes it surprises people.
labels sometimes in that way can be harmful, because then you think, well, I am cottagecore. I only wear XYZ, and then you see something else that maybe is outside, and then feel like that can kind of deter you from reaching out. Like if you don't label it, if you just wear what you want to wear, then I think it's easier to seek out different stuff like that.
Yeah, definitely. When I first started styling how I do now, a lot of the kids at our school today were very weird about it. They thought it was like really unusual. And then come junior year, and this is like the average, the new style that everyone wears today. And I always found it so interesting. And oh yeah, I'd get teased, I get bullied, harassed for what I wore, and I was like, dude, it's like a piece of clothing. I didn't realize a piece of clothing would, offend you that much, but to some it does. To some there is that extent of like, what the heck is he wearing? Like, what the heck are they wearing? Like, that's so weird.
Oh, definitely, yes. I don't get bullied, I wouldn't say. It's not that extreme, because I don't tolerate that sort of behavior.
I have not, which is wonderful, and I'm very grateful for that.
Not since I actually started caring, no.
My friends definitely have their opinions, and it's fine. I don't think for them to express it if they're not doing it in a super harmful way, but it can be a little discouraging even if it is a joke?
I wouldn't say teased. Like some stuff I wear is kind of out there, but I've never really gotten any comments on it that are negative, you know. But it's also because I'm surrounded by such a group of awesome people. So
My mom absolutely loves it. She finds it so cool. She loves, how I've been able to express myself no matter what through, clothing. She finds it like so cool. She absolutely loves it, is extremely supportive of it. My dad, he finds it pretty cool, but he does think it's a bit weird because I have these like half checkered pants, or checkered on one side and black on the other. And he's like, you know what? You don't see a kid wearing checkered pants every day, you know?
I think my dad cares as long as, I'm not wearing anything like super revealing, which I don't wear anyways.
I think for the most part, they're okay with it. But, if they're pretty conservative. So sometimes if I like go out, they're like, they won't like make me change or whatever, but they'll like put their 2 cents on it and I'll be like, okay. And then I'll leave.
A lot of my clothes are the clothes that my mom owned when she was my age. And a lot of my clothes are also my great grandma owned when she was my age.
My mom does not approve of my wild makeup. She thinks I should wear less makeup, but how else am I supposed to make things look funky? She likes my earrings. She likes my funky earrings.
I think that my mother specifically, she definitely thinks it's a little funky. But she's never been, I wouldn't say explicitly vocal about it. She's definitely, I don't know if you could hear her yelling, sorry. She's definitely, sometimes I come out of my room to go to school and she's like, okay, yeah, and I can see her, I can see the wheels turning, and I'm like, I know what you're thinking. But she never has told me straight up, like, I don't like the way that you dress. And neither has my stepdad. My brother has, like I said, because he's annoying and he's my brother.
In general, they're very supportive. And I found that my family also really likes clothes in general. So I love going shopping with my grandma or my mom, occasionally my sister when she needs a new Transformers t-shirt. So it's become something that we can really enjoy together, which I appreciate a lot.
Thank you, Jessie. See you next week.